network, let the stories be told. VM Network, it's your time to tune in. Stories that connect where we all begin. Laughter, lessons, journeys unfold. The VM Network, let the stories be told. The VM Network, let the stories be told.
Exclusively on a VM network. What exactly is a VM network? VM network is where we amplify the voices of the creative, the artists within this particular industry. We're beginning an influx of emails, which I'm very excited about, where many creatives would like to share their stories. And if you're one of those, do use our platform where you can email us at studio. It's studio at vmradio.co.za. My name is Andile Dube. It's Matube underscore Buyazi on all social media platforms. Please don't forget that we are currently broadcasting live on Facebook as well as a YouTube. So please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, do click on the notification bell to get a notification each and every single time we go live. So this morning, I'm so excited to have what is going to be an amazing guest. His name is Mark Wayne, absolutely dapper gentleman who started his professional career as a teacher and then decided to pack and leave and join the music industry, which has become very fruitful for him, being that 7 out of his 8 songs have hit number 1 on SA music charts. So excited for that one. So do stay tuned. Tell a friend to tell a friend that this is definitely the place to be. But for now, here is Mark Wayne with Just Hit Replay. Was Mark Wayne with just a hit, a replay, who's going to be our guest for this morning. Very excited for that one. If you just joined us now, this is Voices of the Art exclusively on VM Network. My name is Andile Dube. It's Matube underscore Mbuyaz on all social media platforms. We broadcasting live on Facebook as well as YouTube. Once again, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, click on the notification bell to get a notification each and every single time we go live. I also encourage you to ask questions, share some of your comments on our comment section rather. Would love to hear from you. Like I mentioned, we are joined by Mark Wayne. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Andile. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you doing this morning?
I'm quite fine. It's a lovely day outside. Spring is here.
Yes, it's definitely here. The sun is out in 031. It's absolutely beautiful. Once again, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I'm so excited for what is going to be such a fruitful conversation. Before we really dive into who exactly Mark Wayne is, as many might not know exactly who you are, how do you feel with having what was once an idea come to fruition? As we just played at the beginning of the show, one of your songs, Just a Hit Replay.
It is interesting, you know. Sometimes you at the beginning of a project and you think, oh, how is this going to work out? It doesn't sound like anything yet. How is it going to end? How's the people going to react to it? And then you're just amazed when the whole thing comes together.
Especially because your pursuit in terms of music has become quite fruitful, being that 7 out of your 8 songs hit #1 in South Africa's music charts. But for now, let's dive into exactly who Mark Wayne is, for those who might not know who you are.
Mark Wayne is an onion. Mark Wayne is two different people. Mark Wayne, the person at home, is quiet, enjoy being on his own, love watching movies, don't need much. But then Mark Wayne, the stage personality, is really outgoing, really flamboyant, and really how you call it, entertainer. So it's two
Yes.
different persons, two different things going on inside of Mark Wayne.
How do you balance those two personalities? Because one might say that they are completely different. One is an introvert in the comfort of your own home, and then next minute, the other one is a superstar. So, how do you balance both those particular personalities?
It's not easy. Sometimes, for me, I think it's easy, but for the people, it is not, because they expect you to be the same as you are on stage. My family on this side, they don't see a lot of my shows because I work away from the area where I'm staying. And sometimes they'll come to the show and they'll say, "Oh, but we didn't know that you're so, you know, so out there on stage," because I'm quiet at home. So for me, it's fine. I'm balancing it. But for the people looking at me from the outside, I think they find it difficult to realize that I can be these two different ends of a stick.
So you decided to pack and leave. I had mentioned that you were started off your professional career rather as a teacher. One might say that it's a very thankless job. It's a very important one, but many people mention who are in that particular profession say that it's quite a thankless job. So you decided to leave teaching, which you were. It's a profession that you had done for almost a decade, and to pursue a music career. Tell us a little bit about that particular process, especially coming from one of the 3rd biggest cities in the Western Cape, and now you are in Spain. So let me know about how that journey began from there to where you are now.
Okay, I was born in Cape Town, but my mom got married and we moved to Worcester. It's a Boelandorpie, Town. Um, and there's where I got my education as a teacher. I grew up there. Um, I got a few posts all around Worcester, and then eventually got a post in Cape Town where that took me further. Um, Teacher was not really on the list at the beginning. It was always being an architect or a draftsman, anything into art. And my parents told me, listen here, get into teaching. You can always fall back on it. This is what the people will say. You fall back on something. You need to have something there for you. I did that, but at the back of my mind, it's always something I wanted to sing. I wanted to perform, but never really got the chance. And eventually, I went on a weekend visit to one of my friends. They stayed next to uh, people that was doing shows in the Baxter and all of that. And they said, "Oh, go try out." I went there, asked them, "Listen here, don't you have something like a weekend thing for me? Because I'm a teacher." And they said, "No, we don't do that. We send people to Spain." And that was in 2020, no, 2002. And I went for audition. They said they liked my voice. They said, "Okay, we're going to present you to this company." And I'm in Spain since that time. 2003, I left South Africa, and it's 2005 now. So it's been a while.
When did you discover that I actually have a voice?
Well, my dad was a part-time singer, and he would have all this music at home, and I would listen to what's up people's name now, all his music. It was on LPs, on cassettes. There was a group, American group, that I liked. This song, this question is getting me way out now, with Bobby Brown in it, where they were still young, and I used to imitate how he was singing. And I was singing outside. It was always at home, making my own stage. That went into karaoke, into choir, into a male choir, and it just was like that. I never thought I could make a job of it, like be a professional singer, and well, it just came to pass.
Yes, and thank you so much for believing in yourself that much, where you decided to pursue that particular career, which has worked out very well for you. You started off as a tribute singer, right? Working with a band, and then you decided to pursue a solo career. So tell me about some of your experiences as a tribute singer and then deciding to leave the whole grouping of a band going into a solo career.
Yes, I started off working with three other guys. We were four in a team, and we did a tribute to the Four Tops, an American Motown band. And we did that for 12 years. It was quite interesting and quite difficult as well, because you've got all these people that didn't know each other put together in one house, living together uh, for 12 years, becoming a family that was fighting, that was having good times. And at one point, it just got too much for me. And I told the people, listen here, it's either I do something solo, or I go look for another company that is interested in me or in my voice. And they agreed and said, okay, fine, uh, put a show together. I think I was working in Scandinavia on one of the cruise liners at that time, and I had enough time to just sit there and listen to songs, and eventually got into Seal. He had a similar look to what I had, and a similar voice also that I have, and that was the direction I thought I needed to go in. Put it, and I presented to the company, and they agreed that that would be a good fit for me.
Have you ever thought about maybe how your music career would have took off if you stayed in South Africa compared to some of the opportunities that you've gotten in Spain? Because many people would start local and then branch off into the international market. But you were brave enough to go headfirst into an international market. So, do you think that you would be where you are in terms of music if you had not been brave enough to pursue an international music career?
I think I was a bit scared in South Africa. I started off late. I remember, firstly, I'm not sure if I would have done what I'm doing today if I was still in South Africa. Like I mentioned, I was a bit afraid to take this on, being on stage and not having any context. I remember doing a casting for Coca-Cola Pop Stars.
Oh.
I was 29 years old. I'm not sure what year it was. 29 years old. And that was a time where 101 came out. So I did that and I went to the second round there, but I was still scared to doing that. I think I just needed to be thrown into the deep to realize that music was where I wanted to be.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if the route would have been the same if I stayed in South Africa.
Would you encourage more musicians to look outside of South Africa to pursue their careers than in South Africa?
Yes, I definitely would really, really encourage. And I always, when I do an interview, I tell the people, please contact me. I cannot assure you that you'll get the job, but I can show you or point you into a direction where I know people. South Africa has got a lot of singers. Cape Town has got a lot of really good singers, and the market is so saturated, it's so full that not everybody gets a chance. But here, especially in Spain, I think in Greece as well, the hotels are so close to each other that they need performers and they need South African singers because they, I think, are they have more. I don't know. I don't know what's the word. They want to be there and they want to put themselves and they want to do the best they can.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
yeah, I think especially if you're young, the market is open for you. Yeah. If you're older and you have a great product, they will also be interested in you.
Mm. So let's talk about your music genre, all right? Please describe your music genre to us and why did you particularly decide that your voice is well suited for that particular genre?
Most of my songs are pop dance songs because I always, in the back of my mind, I have Michael Jackson, okay? And this man is dancing and I need to dance as well. So when I perform, I'm really energetic, doing dance move. I've put in there a little bit of Michael, so now and then. Um, and I just feel that the genre pop dance is what fits me or fitted me the most.
So before going into one of your songs, which I feel has resonated with many individuals, called "Fallen," which we're going to play during the break. So you've got 8 songs playing on South African radio, and 7 of them have hit #1. So how does it feel being embraced by South Africa so beautifully? Especially that #1 spot it's something very difficult to obtain for many musicians. So how does that feel for you?
It's really heartwarming to know that the people or to hear that the people love my song. Sometimes I'll get the information that the song went to number one, and I will like, but how? Who voted? You know, um, uh, it's so difficult being on this side and not having the ear on the ground there. And when I get these information, these accolades, I really feel heart warmed by the support of the South African people.
I would actually really encourage you, I mean, to do a tour. Why not? Thank your South African fans for supporting your music. What do you think makes them resonate with your songs so much?
I think we as South Africans like a good time. We everywhere we go, we'll make a party a party. Um, yeah, in Spain, I lived in Mallorca,
Mhm.
and we lived in a small town over there, and were full of South African artists over there. A lot of Cape Townians, a lot of people from Johannesburg, and when before we get to the club or before we get to a pub, it would be quiet. But when the South Africans enter in the building, it is always a big party. It's like all the nations were waiting for us to come to start the party. And the music that I'm doing is party starting music. So yeah, I think that's why the South Africans are resonating to the songs.
That's true because while we were playing, I just hit replay. I was jamming. You know, it's a nice wake me up in the morning type of jam. I'm going to have an amazing time driving by the seaside. It's an absolutely beautiful, feel free type of song. Absolutely love it. So it makes a lot of sense that many South Africans resonate to your music because it does hit the spot, right? But for those who just joined us now, we are currently speaking to Mark Wayne, an absolutely incredible musician who 7 of his 8 songs are currently, who had currently or have currently hit number one on SA's music charts. So definitely a man who knows what he's doing within the music industry. We are currently broadcasting live on Facebook as well as YouTube. So please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, click on the notification bell to get a notification each and every single time we go live. Please don't forget to also comment. We like to hear your thoughts this morning. What you think of the show, any questions that you might have for our guests this morning. This is the Voices of the Art only on VM Network. Andile Dube here. Thank you so much for currently being with us this morning. So right now, here is Mark Wayne with Fallen. That was Mark Wayne with Fallen, who is currently our guest for this morning. Please don't forget that we are currently broadcasting live on Facebook and as well as YouTube. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, click on the notification bell to get a notification each and every single time we go live. I can never say that enough. Andile Dube here, Dube underscore Mbuyaz on all social media platforms. And this is Voices of the Art, only on VN Network, where we amplify the voices of you, the creative, the artist, where we speak on your journey. Right now, these are some of the comments that we have. It's Gershwin Cohen, the second with Mark Wayne official. Mark Wayne singer. So that is our guest's social media platforms. Please do show our guest for this morning love. Follow, and interact with our guest this morning. We also have a beautiful music by Exo Mimi TV. My apologies if I'm mispronouncing your names, but thank you so much for being a part of the show this morning. Please don't forget to comment. Let us know how we are treating you so far. If you have any questions for our guest this morning, don't be afraid but to ask. Our guest is here for you, here to share their journey in terms of their music career. Once again, Mark Wayne, how are you doing?
Fine, I'm fine. Enjoying my
Yes.
time with you.
I'm also enjoying my time with you. So like we had mentioned that you're currently in Spain. What time is it that side?
We're on the same time now. It's 9:30 here, Vas.
Oh, perfect. So you're not one that had to wake up at midnight to get
No,
ready for us this morning.
no. It's only in the winter that we move 1 hour earlier.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So we had just played a song that is one of the most viewed on your YouTube channel, which is called Fallen. Why do you think that's the case?
It's a really heartwarming song, that one. We I always wanted to release a ballad, but I wanted to do it more at the beginning of all my commercial songs, releasing all my commercial songs. And I spoke to my producer, and he said, "No, let's just wait a little bit more." And then COVID hit, um, and I think this song hits or resonate a lot with people who lost somebody or lost a loved one. But initially, this song was written as a dedication to my family, to my grandfather, to my grandmother, and to some of the family that I lost during the time I've been here in Spain. It is a song that was broken down to mostly piano, and then later on a little bit of extras in it, but it's really stripped down to the basic. And I think that is how I get the emotion, or we got the emotion out of the song to the people.
Yeah, because you can definitely sort of feel the emotions that you were feeling during that particular time, especially because it speaks of such a sensitive topic for many of us who tend to want to shy away from, right? But you make us confront that particular issue. And I think it's so important for music to help us confront some of the things that we shy away from. What are some of the things that you've confronted while creating your music?
Well, this one especially is um, just a lost, that you can't really be there for the people in a time of need, be there with my mom, especially when she lost her dad. Um, it is really difficult just to schedule a flight, thinking about the cost, thinking about your work situation at that moment that you can't leave the contract to attend the funerals. Um, I try that the music connects somehow with what I feel inside,
Mm.
and I think hopefully that resonates with the people as well. I don't want it to be too out of what real life is about. So I think that is how I connect with the people, and my music connect to the people.
Yeah. Tell us about the importance of having um, a good working relationship with your producers. How important is that for a musician to have a relationship that works very well with their producer?
Like I mentioned before, I'm quite a shy person when I'm not on stage, and studio work is quite different from being on stage. So I am now in that um, person that is off stage mode. So I need a lot of help um, bringing out the emotion when I record the stuff. Um, Luckily for me, I have a guy who's recording my voices here in Spain, the vocals, because I'm never in South Africa to record and to work with my producer Ibrahim Malam, and he luckily can get that emotion out of me, the guy here in Spain, when I'm recording it. We recorded Just Hit Replay in South Africa, and that's the only song that I recorded with Ibrahim Malam in his studio. So it's really important for you to have that connection with with the person who's making your music, um, so that both your ideas and your concepts goes out into the world.
Let's speak about your latest EP, which I'm very excited about. I know that you also are excited about, especially because it feels like a full circle moment, having some of your biggest hits in um, one sort of EP, right? Why did you choose to release your music in that way?
Eventually, I was asked how I'm going to release my music. I spoke to a plugging agent, and he told me, Do singles first, and then on a later stage you can always put them all together and re-release them to the world. And I think that was the biggest and the best idea that he ever came up with. He ever came up with. um, my first song, No Broken Hearts, was released when I didn't know anything about radio, nothing how it works. Who somebody needs to send your music somewhere. Somebody you need to get a plugging agent and something. So No Broken Heart didn't really do well on radio, even with having a SAMA nominated producer, even with having a SAMA nominated writer writing the song, it didn't go anywhere. And the the perfect solution would be to re-release it again, and eventually we thought of just putting it all together and using the last song as the name of the EP, giving that a little bit a shine, but also letting other people, all the people, listen to the old songs again.
Have you ever thought about going back to some of the songs that you released and adding some lyrics or taking out some lyrics or adding a specific instrumental or taking out another instrumental? Or have you just thought, let me just not touch anything here? Let me let it be and let's see how the people respond.
I think for me, it's still too early to do remixes or change the stuff that was produced. Um, when the Ibrahim or the producers normally send me the songs to listen to check it out, how if I like it, there's such a lot of stuff going through my mind, thinking, why can't I think we need to change it? My voice is too loud here. This word I didn't pronounce correctly. And then at the end of the day, the people don't look at the songs like that. They hear the song and they don't hear all the mistakes that the artist made. But the artist will hear that. So I decided just leave it like it is. And then one day maybe if I feel like it, I'll go back to it and change it up. Maybe make ballads of all of them and
Mm.
and yes, or I don't know, make reggaeton or whatever of the songs. But for the moment, I think I'll just leave it like that, and I'm quite happy with what was produced.
So at the beginning of the show, as well as before, behind the scenes, I'd mentioned that you seem like someone who really cares about their appearance. Are you very put together? I went through your social medias and I'm just like, what a dapper gentleman. Make sure that you always present yourself very well. I also saw you in the gym lifting some weights. How important is your image in terms of the music industry?
I think the image that you bring out to the world is supposed to connect with the music that you put out there. Um, that is my opinion, okay? For me, in my mind, is I need to be always fit. I need to have enough energy and power on stage to bring out what the music is saying. Um, I need to be able to dance, like I mentioned to you as well,
Mhm.
to most of the songs because I think these two always goes together. Maybe it's a mindset that I have. I think Michael Jackson is in the back of my head,
Yeah.
dancing to the songs and doing the moves and make a whole package of the thing. But like I mentioned, there's people who's doing quite well, not dancing and just having beautiful voices. For me, it's just I need to have that package. I need to look the part and I need to sound the part. And that two together will bring out the package that I want to convey to the people.
Seeing the direction that the music industry has gone to, especially in terms of appearance and sex sells and so on and so forth. Have you ever felt the pressure to show maybe a little bit of skin or no, that's not me? Because we see the young ones are doing a lot, for
Yes,
for a lack
yes,
of better words. Have you ever
yes.
felt the pressure into just falling into the whole sex sells sort of direction?
I think you need to go with the day, you know. We as artists need to evolve always. I wear stuff on stage that I will not wear at home. Uh, on stage, I want to shine. I want to bling. It needs to be tight, you know. I never went really a lot of skin because it's not for me. So I think it all depends on the artist. Um, some of them are going really overboard, really. I just watched a video 2 days ago of a rapper in America, and her whole video she's naked. They covering the spots with the blurring out the spots, and I think that is taking it a little bit too far. But it all depends on you as well, how you want to present yourself and how you want the people to perceive you and how you want them to take you to look at you. For me, it needs to be everything must be in place. There needs to be a little bit of shine. It needs to be a little bit tight, but not over. So it all depends on the artist and how you want the people to look at you.
Yes, definitely. Before we go into your latest release, let's speak about the fact that you are a seasoned musician, and I'm sure you've experienced so many transitions that have happened in the music industry and how it's evolved over time. What are some gems that you could share with a younger musician who wants to start off a music career but doesn't know what to do, what to be careful of? Should I go international? Shouldn't I go international? What are some of what is the advice that you could possibly give a younger artist who wants to pursue a music career?
I'm always a strong believer that you need to have, um, like you mentioned before, you need to be a season to get to a season. You need to go through stuff, and you need to learn by being on stage. There's a lot of artists nowadays that only have TikTok famous, how you say, celebrity, or
Mm-hmm.
they're only celebrity by being on TikTok and not being in the real world, and that can be a bit of a shock to people. So for me, as first, get all the experience you can get by being on stage, by being in front of people. Get your product, whatever your product is. If you're doing rap, try to get it out to the people, but then again, try to get it out to the people by being in front of the people and not only in front of the camera. Um, uh, I've I was thrown into this whole situation in front of people, a lot of people, um, when I came here, and I think that sculpted what I or who I am on stage today. Um, it's not an easy business being an artist. It's really you subjected to a lot of things, people saying stuff about you, people and just doing stuff and saying stuff about you, and that is really can really be of they can really break you down. I'm not trying to choose my words properly. Can really break you down or build you up, and you can only learn and experience this by being on stage. For younger artists deciding if they want to do it at home or they want to do it in overseas or whatever, it's all up to them. For me personally, I would say try and build you outside of your country and then go back there and see how they react to what you've built, how you formed yourself.
Mm.
I don't know if I'm making sense.
No, you're making a lot of sense. A lot of sense. Do you think newer artists are more sensitive in terms of some of the feedback that they might get? Maybe someone doesn't like this song, and you find someone going into an absolute mental breakdown. Do you think they need to build more of a backbone and have a better understanding that not everyone needs to like or will like what you produce?
I think all of us, we want the people to like our music or like what we present to the world. But I think the seasoned people are more laid back and more laissez-faire, if that's the word,
Mhm.
uh, to not worried to what the people are saying about their stuff. Um, I spoke to my partner now the other day talking about the competitions, the voice competitions, all of these competitions, taking new artists, making new artists. But these kids are so not ready for the world out there that they go into these depression things. There's one girl that I thought, oh, Spanish girl, she's doing quite well now, but she can't handle the pressure, and she's going in and out of these depressions, because the people don't like the stuff that she's doing at the moment. Um, you need to be on stage. You need to learn the wrongs and the rights on stage before you go out into the big world and try to put yourself out there. So for me, once again, the kids need to get experience by being on stage, by being in different areas of the world, to learn how to react to the comments and stuff. It's a social media thing.
Yeah.
Anybody can say anything about you because you can't see their face, but they won't do it when you in front of them. And when you're in front of them, you can change their minds. You can make them believe what you believe in.
Yes. So we got a comment from Sent on YouTube, who has said, "Wow, Mark Wayne, I love the song that you just played now." So it also goes to what we had mentioned, that how people resonate to your song "Fallen." Because I mean, we've lost so many loved ones, and we understand that feeling on the daily. So people definitely, you speak to them, their hearts, their emotions in terms of your music. So now let's get into your latest release. So tell us a little bit about the process making that particular song, and what do you think about the finished product?
So was supposed to be the first song for my new era of music. We wanted it to be more R&B, more jazzy, and then eventually we decided on finishing the 5 years of released music by using as the end. It's a cherry on top of this EP. Um, it is the process. The process like normal. Ibrahim sent me a track, a basic track, a skeleton track, telling me, okay, this is what I'm thinking about. What do you think? And then he sent me some lyrics, and we worked on it. At the beginning, it was a different name to the song, and we needed to change that as well. Um, so talks about puppy love, where you feel warm and you just want to be in your lover's arms and love's arms. You can't speak enough of this person. Your phone battery runs dead. You need to keep it on a line to want to speak to this person. And then on the other side is quite different, where it's more like a stalker love, where you in your mind are so in love with this person. This person don't even know who you are. You telling this person, I love you, and you won't be able to live without me, and I'll never let you go. So that
Yes. We
and a
definitely
lot
need a song like that. We definitely need a song like that that brings out all those necessary emotions. Very, very necessary emotions. We're going to be playing that song towards the end of our show. But we've got another comment from Sent, who says, thank you, VM Network and Andile, for bringing us voices of the art. Thank you so much, Sent, as well, for joining us on this live today. We appreciate the fact that you are here. Hopefully, this is not the last time we see you here. Many musicians need your encouragement, need you to have a better understanding of their journey, because each journey is absolutely unique, as we can see with Mark Wayne, how his musical journey and his music career rather blossomed all the way in Spain. Who knew that could be possible? And if you are an artist or a creative out there who needs a platform to share your story, it's studio, it's studio at vmradio.co.za. Send us an email and we could be speaking to you. Once again, this is Voices of the Art, and my name is Andile Dube. It's Matube_Mbuyaz on all social media platforms. So before we wrap up the show for this morning, any last words?
I would say for the youngsters out there, try living your dreams. Chase them until you can't chase them anymore. If you don't catch up with it, you tried. And then to the older generation that still wants their voices to be heard, stick with it. Somebody somewhere will get to listen to what you're doing, and the pot of gold might just be around the corner.
Yes, definitely. Also, please do share your social media platforms or where we could possibly catch you, especially for those who wants to know more and also follow your journey, because it definitely doesn't stop here.
Yes. You can find me on Mark Wayne Singer on all social media pages, or they can just Google the name Mark with a K, Wayne, and then Singer. They can contact me there. If they want some connections, really will help anybody who wants to go in this direction, or wants to change or to be a singer or work in Spain, because I've got a few contacts, and I can always just help them to contact these people.
We absolutely appreciate that. We need more people who don't gatekeep such life-changing information, because many people are quite selfish with how they got to where they were. So we definitely appreciate the fact that you are willing to share some of your contacts on how exactly you can pursue a career all the way in Spain. Brief introduction of the song that we're going to be playing this morning. So You Know, please.
So You Know is a fantastic, fun-loving song that is the cherry on my cake of beautiful songs. So thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you, everybody, for streaming my music. Here's to many more. I should mention, I've got a new Spanish song coming out the end of the year. We're working on 2 new songs in the R&B, jazzy genre. And then I'm also talking to another guy in America of maybe changing into another direction. We're still working on that. So I'm really excited for 2025.
Yes, 2025 is going to be so full and so amazing. I can't wait to see your journey. The fact that you're speaking to light what is going to be a continuous life-changing journey for your music career. Once again, thank you so much for joining us this morning, as well as you, the audience. Thank you so much for joining us this morning as the Voices of the Art with me, Andile Dube, only on VM Network. Don't forget to follow us once again on our various social media platforms. It's a Voice on the Move Radio Live across all platforms. Let's meet again next week, Saturday, 9 o'clock on the dot. We're going to be going live. Here is Mark Wayne with So You Know.
Give me a like it's my favorite tease. Give me more of, please. Every moment you're with me, I'm wishing you'd stay for longer in this daydream. Oh, you're all I want, leaving everything behind. I'm dreaming, always on my mind, so I'm saying just so you know, never gonna let you go. It's so clear that you're my new reality, losing control when you're with me, so I'm saying just so you know, never gonna let you go. I've known you for what seems like forever, vibing on the same beat, hearts in synchronicity. With you by my side, we'll watch the world fade away. We're living in the perfect play, where you just take my breath away. Every moment you're with me, stay with me. I'm wishing you'd stay for longer in this daydream. Oh, you're all I want, leaving everything behind. I'm dreaming, always on my mind, so I'm saying just so you know, yeah, never gonna let you go. Let you go. It's so clear that you're my new reality, losing control when you're with me, so I'm saying just so you know, never gonna let you go. You're all I want, leaving everything behind. I'm dreaming, always on my mind, so I'm saying just so you know, yeah, never gonna let you go. Gonna let you go. It's so clear that you're my new reality, losing control when you're with me, so I'm saying just so you know, never gonna let you